Okay, welcome. Okay, we are continuing with our question 2. Okay, if you don't have the paper, you know what to do. Go to my website, just download it as fast as possible and follow up. Okay, given m and n, the two matrices, they say we should find m and n. For time saving, I started looking for m and n, and I had some surprise, but for the sake of those that don't know how to calculate the multiplication of two matrices, I will do just this first row to show how the rest came out, and to show how I calculated m times n and n times m. Okay, normally when they are giving you two matrices like this, obviously what you do is that you take, I will hold it like that, you take this side and put it here and sum it to have the first element. I know when I'm saying it like it does not make any sense, but look at what I'm talking about. We take this first row, we align it back here, and we sum it, we'll get the first element here. So to get this first element here, this 3, we take this row, we multiply it times this one here, and we sum it to get this element. To get this element here, we take this row, we put it here, and we get the element here. Okay, so let's do it as fast as possible. This is what our first element, we said it was 2, so it will be 2 times -1. Please, I said with 2 times this one, plus, I said we take this row, we put it here, then we sum it to get this element here. So 2 times -1 plus 5 times 1 times 5, please, plus 0 times 6, which is giving us what? This one is -2. We have -2 plus 3 plus 5, please, which gives us 3. That is how we have the first element here. The next one, I'll still take this same element here. To get this element here, I take this element here, I put it here. So we have, what do we have? We have 2 times 0 plus 1 times 0 plus 0 times 1. Sorry, 0 times 3, which gives us 0. So that's why we have 0. We can continue again. Let's do for the next one to show you how I get the next one. We have 2 times 1 plus 1 times -2. Oh, sorry, 1 times -2. Yes, this is what I'm doing. Plus -3 times 0, which gives us 0, because it will give us 2. It will give us -2. This will give us 0. I guess we're fine. So that's how I got this first element. So if now you want to get this one here, you simply take this one and put it here as we said. Then you do the same magic as we did here. Okay, please, so after doing that, my result for mn, yes, was this, and my result for nm was still this. So my conclusion was that mn and nm are the same, and that's correct. That's the normal conclusion. From there, they asked us that hence we should find m inverse. So I left a space here to look for m inverse. Before I look for m inverse, the first step is I should look for the determinant of n. So for question's sake, I will teach how to do the determinant. Given m, this is what I'll do. I will do this. I'll take it like a vector ijk. Yes, ijk. So this will be my I, this will be my j, this is my k. So this is, please, people should not just keep it. This is what I'll do. I'll block this, I keep this. So I take my first element, 2, I write it here, 2, and when I block 2, I block this, so I have 2, so I have minus, I have I can write it like that, please. Negative 1, 1, 1, 0. Minus, please, because I don't want to go to it now, but it's minus. Just need to keep it. We still block and cross like that. So we have 1, 5, 0, 5, and we still have 0. So I don't yes, 0, but I don't see why I should write it. So because we plus 0, but for the sake, I'll just write it for the sake of the video. So 0, 5, negative 1, 1. So when we simplify, this one gives us 0. This one will be this one minus this one, so that is 2. This one is 0 minus that, so that is negative 2. Let me repeat it. This one times this one minus this one times this one. That is the determinant of 2 by 2 matrix. Now I guess all of us can do it. This one times this one times minus this one times this one. So since we are correct, since I guess it's negative 1 times 0 minus this, so give us negative 0, positive 5. So the determinant of this thing is 3, of this matrix is 3. Okay, now I've gotten the determinant. The next thing we need to do is to look for, since I'll use a cofactor method to look for the inverse, because we're looking for the inverse, and we know it's determinant times the transposition of the matrix. Before we look for the cofactor, so the transposition of the cofactor. So I guess that's the formula. So after that, what do we need? We need to look for the cofactor. Since it could take some little time, I just went ahead to do it, but I will explain the method as well. This is how we look for the cofactor. Taking back, I guess everybody can see where this first column came, but I'll explain how I got all these tables. I'll explain how I got all of them. Okay, this is what we do. We go back to our matrix. I will first block the first one. I block here, then I write it here. Is everybody seeing it? Negative 1, negative 1, negative 1. This is the same negative 1 here, and that one here, this is the same one here. So I block something like this. I don't know if I can find a pen, but I'll use this phone. I'll use this phone to block somehow. Yes, so I block, then this is what I get, and I'll do it and so on, and I go for the next one. I block, so this is what I get, that is it, and this is it here, and I do the same here. Sorry, I block, I do the same here, and that is that I get. So that is to fill the first column. Then please, sorry, for the second, I block instead the middle. I go to the middle, and I also block this one, and this is what I get. So if the method is understood, you just use the same method and fill the second table. Then we go to the third, where we block the third row, and you see block like that, and that is what we get. If understood, I guess it's not that difficult if understood. So the next thing we'll do is to look for the we're doing now, as I said, as after looking for this after aligning, looking for the, I can say, cofactors. Now we just have to put a sign. We have to add a sign to this. So here we have positive, negative, positive. Here instead it was the kind of alternate. We have negative, positive, negative. Here we instead we repeat back positive, negative, positive. Now I need to look for the determinant of this. So I will put back my matrix, or can call it, I'll call it my M, but I'll say cofactor. my MC is what? We know 0 times this one, so we have 1 here. I hope I'm not going too fast. No, 0 times this one minus that. Please, 0 times that. 0 times that. 0, we have 0. Please, 0 times 2. So sorry, it was here was 0 times this one minus, so we have a minus 1 here. Please, I'm sorry, I just made an error. Here we have 0 times 1 minus that, so we have a positive 5. Here we have this 1 times this one minus that, that is please that is 1 plus that's 6, because we have, please I'll just be doing it, 1 minus this, that is 1, that is minus so that's 6. I hope I'm not going fast, because it will be what, that is 1, that is minus 5, so we have 6. 0 0 0 0. Here we have 2 minus we have negative 3 plus 1, so we have 3, because it's here is 2, yes, so yeah, because here we have 2 and here we have minus 5 plus 2, so that's negative 3, and that negative here we have 1, here will give us 0, here we have 2 minus 2, please. Here we have negative 2 minus that, so we have minus 3. Okay, this is what we got. Now what we would do is we would transpose this. So what we'll do is that we can draw something like a line here. So what we'll do is that we'll keep this when transposing, or call it empty, or call it empty. When transposing, as I said, everything along this vertical will stay the same. In fact, it never moves. Everything along this vertical will not move. So this is what I'll do. I'll write back my negative 1 0 negative 3, and now I'll start exchanging. Example, I exchange this one and this one, so I have 5 here instead. I have 0. I exchange this one and this one. I hope people understanding. I exchange this one and this one, so we have 6 and 1. Then finally I exchange this one and this one, so I have negative, we have 3 and negative 2. So finally my M inverse from my formula is always 1 all over delta the determinant of times what? Times the, guess it's the times sorry, I was supposed to write M here, transpose. Therefore my transpose was 3, so I have 1, so my M inverse will be 1, my determinant, sorry, my M inverse will be 1 over 3 all over this negative 1 0 1 5 0 negative 2 6 3 negative 3. I will not say I'm not sure, but if I've made an error, please just write it. But the importance is the method used and how to apply it in other questions if I've made an error. So now we're going to the last but not the least part of the equation. the last part of the equation state the transformation represented by the matrix M. We have a matrix M, and we know our M, that is 2, 1, 0, 1, negative 1, 1, 5, 1, 0. My M maps, they say this M maps the point A, B, and C. So A maps A, B, and C to points 3, 0, 6, 5, 3, and to finish 1, 0, 1 respectively. So we should find the coordinate of A, B, and C. To simply find the coordinate of A, B, and C, the simplest way is that since this transformation, please, the representation, this transformation, we are supposed to, because the thing is that the transformation represented by the matrix M maps the points A, B, these are the point A, B, C, to the points this. So to simply get it, we will take this our point, multiply times this one to get this point, because these points are multiplied. The point A, B, these are the coordinates that we are looking for. So the simplest way to do it is to take our matrix and multiply times 3 unknowns that represent our point A, and which is equal to the points which they map. I don't know I don't know how I can explain it better, but this is simply how the simplest way to do it. I've left you liberty. I just represented the 3 points, but I'll solve the first one and then I'll give you the rest as exercise for you guys to do, since the first one will be done. So as I was saying, this is how we'll get it. This is how we'll do it. We'll first try to solve. We'll solve the first pair to look for A. So we're looking for A. So what do we know? What can we do? We know that we know to multiply, we carry this side and put it this side. So normally we know to get x, we have 2 times x plus 1 times y plus is equals to 3. So we have 2x plus y is equals to 3. That's the first equation. The second one, we have x minus y plus z is equals to 0. The third one, we have 5x plus y is equals to 5x plus y is equals to 0. I'm just simply taking and putting and solving out. So now I have 2 equations with 3 unknowns, and I'll solve it very fast. From here we can see that y is equals to, from equation 1, we can see that y is equals to 3 minus 2x. I'll substitute it in 3, which implies 5x plus 3x minus 2y. 5x plus 3 minus 2x equals to 0. Therefore, x equals to 0 from here, because we see that this, sorry, a bit confused. So we have x equals to -1, because when we subtract these two, when we subtract that, we have a 3x, x equals to -1. Please, I don't want to go explaining that. From here we substitute here, so we have our y is equals to 5, because we put -1 here, so we have 5, yes. And now we just put here x equals to -1 plus 5 plus z. Therefore we have 4. Therefore z is equals to -4. I'm sorry for the rough work, but our a is equals to, what is our x value? -1. What is our y value? 5 and -4. That is how you derive it. I'm sorry for the rough work and the thing, but that is also, we have done revision of number 1 and number 2 of 2016 Math Cameroon JC. For more revision series, if you have any particular paper or question that is disturbing you, just leave it as a comment and I will correct it and put the video. Thanks very much.